Yes, guys. So welcome back to another TG podcast. We're here to talk about, of course, everything to do with Arsenal. The game against Bournemouth. Kai Havertz actually scores his first Arsenal goal. We'll talk about Champions League coming up. Obviously, the game against Man City, the biggest game of the season on Sunday. So, yeah, make sure you guys hit like buttons up and sub to the panel as well. Hopefully, you can hear me as well because I'm having an issue with my mic. Yeah, you guys can. All right, so hit like buttons up, people. I'm sorry, I want to apologize before I introduce the panel. I want to apologize for the press conference video. Basically, it got cancelled because Arsenal, they're still stuck in Luton because there's been storms in France. So I don't know what's going on there. So apologies, everyone who's waiting for that. And it obviously got cancelled in the end. But let's waste one more time. Let's get right into it. We're joined by, of course, Seb. Good evening, Seb, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you. What about you?
Yes, I am. I'm very well, man. You know, I'm very well. I mean, the weekend was good. Arsenal won. Had a nice weekend, and I know it's Monday, but we're back tomorrow, Seb. You know, we're back tomorrow. So, yeah, good to see you as always, man. And also, we are joined by, of course, Rory. Big up, Rory. What are you saying, man? You all good?
Yeah, I was all good up to the point where you sent me the wrong link.
Oh yeah, mate. What a rookie error.
Luckily, I'm not an amateur at this, or else I would have been sat there for about an hour. But yeah, other than that, I'm all right.
Yes, nice one, guys. So let's just dive right into it. We're going to recap the game. I know you both came on my fan calling show for a little bit, but we're going to after a few days after seeing the game, 4-0 to Arsenal away from home, clean sheet again. Everyone played well, guys. Let's be honest with it. Everyone played well. Kai Havertz getting his first goal, and now I've got that song stuck in my head, guys. I'm sure you all know the one.
Same here.
But yeah, I'm going to start with Seb, mate. Obviously, give your overall thoughts on the game and the performance and the players that stood out for you in the game, mate.
Yeah, it was a very good performance, and it's what we wanted to see all season. Arsenal at their fluent best and actually scoring goals. And to be fair to in that game, that's what they did. After we got the first goal, I think it was all us, and Bournemouth never really gave us never really threatened. But yeah, it was just very comfortable, and of course, it was good to see Kai Havertz get off the mark with that goal, and of course, Saka on the score sheet as well, and Odegaard and Ben White towards the end. We could have scored more. Nketiah had a few opportunities. Gabriel Jesus had one, and I think Emil Smith-Rowe had one at the end. But all in all, 4-0, you can't complain about that. And especially when we were worried about the injury concerns going into that game. So it was great to see that they still did that. And also, again, another clean sheet away from home. We just look so focused and so solid away from home compared to when we're actually at home. It just seems very bizarre. But this weekend, we're going to have to definitely be switched on at home, definitely against Man City. We cannot be having any messing around there. But back to the game, I thought it was good that we got the win in that way so that we go into the Man City game this weekend on a high with momentum, because it's only us and them lot down the road unbeaten this season. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's good that we were going into that game on an unbeaten run and a good run, because the last two times last season we went into those Man City games on the back of 3 games without a win, and it just didn't do good for confidence going into that. But hopefully this time it will do us good going into that game. Standout players, I think there was 3 in particular. Martin Odegaard, who was my man of the match, and I think was actually given the man of the match. Ben White again, absolutely solid, and also Declan Rice. Excellent. I thought he was a very, very, very good as well. So yeah, and it's good that he's fit as well. The only downside about the weekend is that Arteta needs to manage the team better. He should have taken it off at half time. The game was done. There was no way Bournemouth were getting back into that. Just take him off. We've got an important game tomorrow, an important game of the weekend, and it was clear that. And he even said that he hadn't trained all week because he was carrying this knock that he picked up in the North London derby. So why burn it out even more? Why risk it more and make it worse than it actually needs to be? Because if he's not careful, he's going to end up ruining that guy, because he will eventually pick up a big long-term injury. It will happen. It will happen later down the pipeline if he doesn't manage him properly. Because we've got options: Reece Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe. That would have been a perfect game for them to get there, to get them minutes. And yes, they did eventually come on in the second half, but they should have come on far sooner. Give them games under the belts. These are the type of games we need to be giving. We need to be playing them. And I still didn't like the fact that he played Gabriel Jesus wide and Eddie Nketiah down the middle. Not working, especially when, like you said, you've got Reece Nelson and Emile Smith-Rowe. And this does not send out a message to particularly Reece Nelson if he knows Trossard and Martinelli are in front of him. And now that they're both injured, it is surely his time to step up. Like I said on the podcast last week, why did we sign this guy up to a new contract, if he's not going to be trusted in these kinds of games? And especially against Bournemouth. I'm like, come on, no disrespect to them, but our second team is supposed to be is probably likely to beat them. So you've got to give these players the opportunities when they warrant it. But that was the only criticism towards the weekend. But apart from that, very, very good. And yes, I can see the chat here about need.
Oh, yeah, football goals. Seb, Arsenal need another winner.
100%. If it's Pedro Neto, go and get him. It's a no-brainer. I've always rated him. We should have got him. We should have got him last summer, and when we should have gone back in for him in the summer. It's a no-brainer. Go and get him. I love the guy.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. You there, Seb? Let me come to Rory. Obviously, your thoughts on our overall performance, the result, like getting the clean sheet, Kai Havertz scoring, all that stuff, man.
Yeah, it was a very professional, comfortable victory, really, performance-wise, should I say. I mean, it was just shows why Bournemouth are where they are at the moment and why they shouldn't have sacked the manager they had last season. Because, of course, Wolves beat Man City on Saturday, didn't they? With Gary O'Neill in charge, and that was a huge result for both parties. So, look, I thought everybody did their job, really. Everyone was solid. Man of the match has to be Martin Odegaard. Has to be. However, there's a couple of contenders like the Declan Rice. And you know what it is with Declan Rice? Because we bought him for 100+ million, he's not going to be named as one of the signings of the summer. He just ain't. We're going to hear, of course, like some Maddison and I guess Szoboszlai, Ward-Prowse thrown into the mix. But Declan Rice is never going to get a mention, is he? One, because he plays for Arsenal, and two, of course, we signed him for 100 million. But when it comes to importance, I fully believe last week, if he played that second half, we win that game. Because there's no way we celebrate like bloody lunatics after we made it 2-1. And also, there is no way we concede directly from kickoff. There's no way he does what Jorginho does, all right? He's a lot more mobile than him for a start. So I thought Declan Rice showed just how important he is. And this is an Arsenal without Partey and Martinelli in the team as well. There were times in the first half, though, I was saying, we do miss that threat in behind with Martinelli. Because Jesus should not be playing out wide. He's played on the right before. I've said this numerous times. Jesus has played on the right before for Man City, but he's never played on the left. Right? And Nketiah, I thought, played a decent game, if I'm being honest. It's just he needs to be a little bit more efficient in front of goal. Just in my opinion. However, he had a much better game than he did in the North London derby, but that doesn't mean he's starting against Man City at the weekend. For me, it's got to be Jesus up top and then Trossard on the left, who got a nice break at the weekend. He didn't even come on. So that was nice to see. I thought Gabriel was superb. I hear just, I wouldn't say slander, but just not really much praise going towards him at the moment. People do fail to realise how good the guy really is. Don't get me wrong.
Spurs fans say he's overrated and Romero's better. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. In your preview last week, right? You asked me, Romero or Gabriel? It's Gabriel all day long. I mean, what do they say? What do they see, in Romero that warrants he's better than Gabriel? I really don't get the hype around.
He's a lot more rash. He's a lot more rash than Gabriel is. A lot more rash.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, but just because he's playing alongside Saliba, okay, well, we'll take Mascherano out of that Barcelona team that won the treble in 2015. We'll take Varane out of that Madrid team that won 3+ Champions Leagues in a row because he was playing alongside Sergio Ramos, yeah? Is that the way you're going to do it? You can't downplay someone's attributes because of the centre-back they're playing alongside or whoever. Right? What do you want him to do? Move to Northampton? You get what I'm saying? Like Kai Havertz scoring the penalty, which was really nice to see. And you know what? There's an element in me that feels really bad for him because I went on his Instagram the other day and unfortunately he doesn't accept Instagram messages, and that gave me the alert straight away that he must have been receiving some absolute dog's abuse by not just Arsenal fans but Chelsea fans as well. So you can tell his body language just has not been right so far this season. I think that is partly why, which is utterly disgusting. I mean, we don't rate Kai Havertz as a footballer, all right, but don't go into personal things and that. At the end of the day, he plays
to do that with Aaron Ramsdale before we signed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I do feel sorry for him in that sense. It was nice to get that monkey off his back, finally. And he just needed that. It doesn't matter what kind of goal. It could have been a deflected goal as far as I'm concerned. Just something to get him going, right? To receive that confidence, to continue doing it, right? So, look, I'm most pleased for him. And it's not that we want him to fail, all right? I want him to succeed. I want him to prove me wrong. But obviously, if Partey's fit at the weekend, he starts for me. I think Partey, I don't blame Arteta if we don't start him on Tuesday. You can go with the same setup, Declan Rice, and seeing as Kai Havertz does turn up in the Champions League often, you start him. So I don't blame Arteta one bit if we don't play Partey, because he was in training today, which was a huge boost, as well as Saka. But yeah, I feel like because of that penalty, we should start him tomorrow against Lens. So of course, that fire in his belly, and it will encourage him to take more shots, right? Even if it was a tap in or a deflected goal, like, you feel me? So a really good performance, and yeah. Can't go wrong with it, really. I mean, it was just superb, and hopefully at home at the weekend against Manchester City, we don't do any of them sort of mistakes, because for some reason our players always turn into bozos. It's really weird. And yes, you're making a statement for winning away from home and being that sound defensively. However, your home record is your bread and butter. You should be winning comfortable games. So, sorry, you should be picking up comfortable wins at home. So, yeah, good performance, as I said, and on to the next, really.
Yeah, I mean, as you said about the away form, it's like, do you remember back in the day we had Wenger, we had Emery, and our home form was one of the best in the Premier League, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, something switched. It's like that's gone really bad, and now our away form's really good. It's very, very weird.
Well, the thing is, we're not losing at home. It's just the amount of goals we're conceding.
Yeah.
It's just really, really frustrating. But that was a nice way to bounce back after, which was such a, I don't even know what you call it, for a performance against Tottenham last weekend. It was just flat to deceive, really. It really was. And hence why I was really, really pissed off with that performance. I really was. Because it's Tottenham at the end of the day. You don't ever want to drop points to them, but it is what it is, and we're still unbeaten as well as them lot down the road. So
I want to get you guys' thoughts on Emil Smith-Rowe, right? Because this guy came off the bench, and we all know he should have scored, but he had some very good chances. He looked really, really sharp when he came off the bench. Obviously, went and played, start against Brentford. And then I'm sure you guys saw right at the end as well. He was was he crying? Was he in tears?
Yeah, he was crying.
He was proper crying as well, because I think of the chance he missed. Seb, thoughts on obviously Smith-Rowe this season, man? Obviously, he's came back from his injury. Is it time that we give him a start now, do you think?
Absolutely, yeah. He definitely deserves it. And I think he deep down knows that he's well down the pecking order, because you're seeing Kai Havertz and Fabio Vieira in his way, and obviously he wants to be in the he wants to be the main man and actually rejuvenate his career. And yeah, I think he was gutting that he missed that chance, but at the same time, you can't necessarily blame him, because if you're not giving him a run of games, you're not giving him the game time, then he's going to clearly be a player that's lacking with confidence. And this is what you want. You want players to be getting enough time to actually to be getting these minutes so that they can thrive. And I honestly think if Smith-Rowe was given more game time and given a run of games and brought on earlier, which he actually should have been, he wouldn't have missed that chance. Then that would have gone in. But I really do feel that is probably why he did miss that chance, and you could see how down he was about it. And what he just needs to do, he just needs to keep his head up and keep hopefully proving to the manager that that he can still be trusted and he is still part of his long-term plans, because all it's going to do is spread rumours. Again, like we saw lots of rumours in the summer, some with Chelsea, some with West Ham, some with Aston Villa again, and other various Premier League clubs. But he's one of our own. We want to be keeping these players and developing him, and he's such an exciting young talent. And we saw it in the summer at the Euros, how good what he is and what he can still bring to the team, and he still adds so much. So yeah, it's disappointing, and hopefully he will get some minutes. Maybe he'll get some tomorrow, and then hopefully he can keep fighting for his place back. Just keep going, Bill. That's all I say. Keep head up and keep going.
Yeah, definitely. Rory, what about you? You know, where do you stand with Smith-Rowe? Obviously, he's starting to come back. He's starting to get a lot more game time now, which is good. But would you start him, do you think, now, going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't start him at this present moment in huge games, for instance. For example, the Manchester City game at the weekend. That is, of course, the game for Odegaard. But I feel like tomorrow in the Champions League is a huge game, and I still would like to take it seriously. But Smith-Rowe is more than good enough, I feel like, to play in that game tomorrow. I really do. Yeah, it's just, I do worry about his future at the club at the moment, because I really like him. I think it was Arteta's third or second season when he was banging in goals. I was sitting there like, whoa, we may have actually replaced Fabregas in terms of the amount of goals we score in the midfield, because we haven't had a player like him since Fabregas, really. Yeah, maybe Aaron Ramsey, but he always ended up turning up on the odd occasions at Wembley here and there. But yeah, we should absolutely be keeping Smith-Rowe, because don't forget, This manager actually gave him the new contract in the first place, not so long ago as well. He also put faith in him by giving him the number 10 shirt, which is a statement. Like, that is Dennis Bergkamp's number. Arguably one of the best Arsenal players in our history. And look, I don't know what it is. It's just injuries hurt, man. They really do. I swear, when he ended up breaking into the first team, he rarely got injured. And now, because he's not playing, he's then picking up them minor injuries here and there. And I get that we want to ease him in and that, but you play games, you gain fitness. It's as simple as that. And by the way, why is my chair so creaky today? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
So flipping triggering me. But Smith Rowe should be getting more minutes. As simple as that. I would like him to receive more minutes for sure in the Champions League. That's an absolute must. I kind of understand the setback in the Premier League, because of course the Premier League is a lot more physical. But seeing as we have got a kind group, like, let's be real, Smith Rowe is that guy to start, I feel like, or just come off the bench when there's 30 minutes to go, so he has those minutes in his legs. And look, I thought he played well midweek against Brentford, although there were times where he was huffing and puffing. Like, you see, he is lacking that sharpness. The chance as well he missed against Bournemouth summed him up, really. Summed up how many minutes he has played so far, not just this season, but all of last season as well. He hardly played, which was a huge shame. I feel like a goal would perk him up really, really well. And we all want a goal from him at the moment, because he hasn't scored. Like, when was the last time he actually scored?
Ooh. Last time
was it Brentford? Was it Brentford in last year at home? It may have
when they wore yellow?
No, last season. Sorry, not last season. The season before, against Brentford at home. Was that his last?
When they wore that yellow kit. When they wore Brentford wore yellow.
Yeah, when Brentford wore that yellow kit.
Yeah,
when we beat Chelsea 4-2.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah.
He was actually that for Arsenal.
Yeah, that was his last goal. So
that was
I really hope he does get on the
ages ago.
Point. But it's a matter of when. It really is.
Yeah, 100%. All right, next topic I want to talk about, guys, is Seb. You sent me the video of it, and I'm going to play it of this agenda, yeah, which you sent me.
We knew it was going to happen.
So I don't know who.
I haven't actually seen it yet.
I don't know if I can share it on my screen.
Yeah,
Seb, have you got Twitter on your computer, on your laptop or computer?
Yes.
Could you try and share it on the?
I will do. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Wait, is it about VAR and that?
No, it's about it's about the.
Yeah.
Wait.
Right, while Seb's looking, guys, I'm going to say big up everyone in the chat quickly. Make sure you keep it in buttons up.
I'll share my screen.
Yeah. You click share and then it'll come up on my thing and I'll share it. Like at the bottom, it should say present.
Okay, 1 minute. Present.
Yeah, and then you click the Twitter one.
That one. Can you see it now?
Let's have a look. No, it hasn't come through yet.
Right, now.
Let's have a look. Nice. I don't think it's gonna work. I can't lie. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm trying to think how I can do this. Wait, I can just try and do it on my one, right? If I log into my Twitter quick.
Yeah.
And then because you sent it to me on message, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you send it to me as well?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah. You try and share it, Rory. See if it works.
Oh God, I'm not really sharing, the studio on my computer really.
All right, I'll try and log in.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Bear with me, guys.
But yeah, I just think it's worth watching because I just find
Definitely.
I just find this utter ridiculous. We knew it was going to happen. I even called it on the fan cam. And it probably won't be the last person to say that because you're always going to get idiots on TalkSport saying the same thing.
All right, I'm in. Right. Do that. All right, let's share this. Let's see if it works.
This fucking chair. I swear to God. I might have to fetch some oil or something.
Was he making a noise or something? Then?
Yeah, it's just making noises non-stop. Fucking so much. You know what? Hold on.
What is going on? Why can't you guys see the screen, man?
Wait, I think it's coming up now.
Yeah, that's not working.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Yep, so
I can see it.
You can see it. Yeah, but it's just me now, isn't it? Where's everyone else gone? Oh my God.
I swear you can change like the layout.
Right. I'll just play it, guys.
Go on, man.
I haven't actually seen this.
Or Arsenal's life depends on it. Saka takes it. Or Odegaard takes it. Havertz doesn't take it. So at 2-0, the game's not over. It's a lack of professionalism.
But big picture, does it not then give him the confidence going forward? Right, good.
No. But what happens if he misses it and then Bournemouth get 2 late
But he
goals?
didn't miss it.
But that's not what you do. That's not... You don't get... If you're the coach of a team and you allow things like that to happen, then it spreads into other things. You have to be precise, and orders are orders. You take the penalties or you take the penalties. One of the two of you. Not, let's be nice and fuzzy and lovely and give it to Havertz. Do you think I'm scoring the goal there makes any difference the way he plays in the middle of the park? No, it's not.
Couldn't make
It's
this rubbish
unprofessional.
up.
If your life depends on it,
Oh
or Arsenal's life
God.
Look, you couldn't make this rubbish up. You couldn't make it up.
Wow.
And it probably won't be the last person.
Nah. That can't be real. Sorry, but...
Nah, yeah, bro.
that was actually the first time I've
the
seen
hell?
that as well.
Every time. Every time.
Oh my God. Last time I checked, you were supposed to have 11 players on the pitch, all right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Everyone knows that.
Unbelievable. Does he understand the game? Yes or no? Clearly not.
Where's he from? That guy? Is it American? Like
Probably, yeah. It's one of these. Yeah, it's just one of those international.
Oh, mate. Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Todd Bowley's employer, eh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Knows absolutely
fuck
all about football.
Find another sport and just.
Oh my God.
Because they only ever do this to us.
Yeah, exactly, Seb. I don't understand it, man. Honestly.
City give penalties to other players all the time. So do Liverpool. Everyone does it from time to time.
But other than Salah and Mane, and obviously Cavani and Neymar, you get where I'm going with this, but yeah, everybody does it.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
No, you know what? Remember when we played Stoke at the Emirates in 2018, and I think Lacazette just came back from injury. Aubameyang got 2 goals, one of them from the penalty spot, and then they gave the third one to Lacazette.
I thought it's because Aubameyang was cup tied in Europa League, and
he could get confidence.
Yeah,
definitely. And even people even mocked us for that as well, saying, no, that's not what you do. You don't ever see Harry Kane do that or Henry do that. I'm like, shut up! Shut up! Oh my goodness.
Anyway, guys.
Make this up.
Oh my
Leave
god.
us alone.
Let's talk about tomorrow's game. If the players actually get there, by the way, because there's apparently really bad storm in Luton. No, sorry, in France. So they're struggling to fly over right now. So hopefully the game is still on tomorrow. I presume it will be. But yeah, we got Lens away, second Champions League game, and obviously I've already done my preview. You know, they finished second last season behind PSG. I think they finished 1 point behind them actually, but they have lost some of their good players. Like they got rid of Openda, he's gone to Leipzig, and then they did sign that Wahi guy who also wanted as well as Chelsea from Montpellier. So I think it'll be a tough game. I think the stadium's gonna be rocking. But yeah, I want to get Seb's thoughts going into this game. Champions League match day 2. Thoughts going into this game. Seb, you feeling confident, and what team would you like Arteta to go with as well?
Yeah, I'm feeling confident. In these games, we still have to go strong because it's Lens, and they probably are the weaker team out of the group, respectively. But it is away from home, and it's probably it is their first Champions League game for many years. So they're going to be right up for it. That place is going to be hostile. It's going to be flares going around. They're going to do everything they can to make it a bad show for Arsenal. So it's very important we go into that game professionally and well prepared. Now, of course, we have got some injury concerns. I know Saka is still doubtful. Jesus is now doubtful with a knock, and Trossard's only come back. Declan Rice seems fine, even though he just came back at the weekend.
I think Saka was in training today.
Yeah, he was. Oh, yeah, he was. So was Jesus. Yeah. They're both in training. But
and Partey as well.
Yeah, Partey was back. But Partey, he has to have he shouldn't travel. He needs to have a full week's rest and get ready for that Man City game, because we're going to need him. We're going to need him for that game. So I wouldn't play. Martinelli isn't back yet. So, but yeah, I will still go strong. And even if you're looking at the team that potentially could go out there, even without Saka, it's still strong enough to beat Lens. It really is. Yes, you've got to be professional about this team, but there's still enough good players out there to do the job. And yeah, do I think we'll win? Yes, I do, but I think it'll be very close. I don't think it'll be anything like the PSV game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did score in this game, even though we're very good away from home. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did score. But yeah, it does remind me of a time when we remember a while back when we played Montpellier after they won the French League. We played them in the Champions League the next season.
Was this 2014?
2012 when
2012, yes.
Yeah, when we had the likes of Podolski and Trevino.
Yes, I remember now.
They made it difficult. They made it difficult for us. They took the lead, and then we came back and we turned it around quickly, and then we were holding on in the second half. I do actually expect it to be a similar game like that. And also, you can even refer to last year when we played, what's that team? We played this team and they made it hard for us at their place.
Where was this? Europa League?
Europa League last year. I can't remember their name. Usually I remember these things, but I can't actually remember.
What, was it in our group?
Yes. Not PSV.
Bordeaux Glimt?
Yeah, Bordeaux Glimt. I think it could be a game like that where they really put us under pressure and they really stick it on us, give it a real good go and make it as hard for us as possible. And no doubt they'll definitely be up for it, because this will probably be like their cup final for them.
Didn't we play Lens 1988?
Yeah, and they've not been in the Champions League since then, and we drew 1-1 to them at their place. Yeah, they've not.
Yeah, but by the way, can I just give you an update? Sorry to interrupt, but Thomas Partey is actually with the squad travelling to France tonight, but it's unlikely still that he's going to start. He might just get some minutes. So
I wouldn't.
Just a quick update there.
Well, I don't. Maybe 5 minutes towards the end will be. Fine, but just don't start him. Next thing we don't want to have another setback. Then he's out for another 6 weeks. We can't be having any more of that with the big games we've got coming up. And looking at Lens, they're actually just outside the relegation zone. In 15th in the French league, so they've not exactly had the best of starts. But still, I think that will go out the window tomorrow, and those kind of games go out the window in these kind of things go out the window in these kind of games, because, like I said, it's their first game since we last played them before. And they'll be up for it, and they'll really be giving everything. But we need to go into the game professionally, and this is the Champions League, not the Europa League, so we cannot be putting out second string teams. Yes, rotate the team a little bit, especially if there's injuries, but don't make big wholesale changes. None of that. Otherwise, they will deal with us. But like what we did against Bournemouth, we were very professional. Got the job done as well. A similar performance like that and a similar approach like that, and I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, definitely. Rory, what about you? What's your thoughts going into this game away against Lens? And also, what team do you want to see Arteta put out?
Well, it's going to be a very tough game for a start. Obviously, we are really good at away from home. I almost said at home, but we're very good away from home right now. We do seem to deal with the pressure at the moment very well as well. So that's something to take into account. The team is going to be very interesting. Do you start Ramsdale? I think, quite frankly, he deserves the start, purely because he was the goalkeeper that got us into the Champions League for a start. So I feel like resting David Raya for the weekend against Man City, understandable. So let's just give Ramsdale a couple of minutes. And don't forget, he was brilliant midweek against Brentford. So he does deserve his flowers.
I can sort of see why in that game, though, against Brentford, why he has been dropped. Because if you actually watched him in that game, yes, he made some great saves, and yes, he didn't do a lot wrong, but he was struggling to come for crosses. He was struggling, and I think also he knows that he's under that much pressure, because now that he has been dropped, and he's thinking, "Oh, I mustn't make a mistake now, otherwise I'll never get my place." He must be thinking that, which I think it is a bit unfair on him, but. Like I said, this is Arsenal. These are the things you get. And if Raya has been performing well in training and doing nothing wrong when he has come in, then that's a ruthless approach you take. But go back to what you said then.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ramsdale is built for these pressured games, isn't he? Like, he always seems to turn up in pressure games. And with hostile atmospheres, like the game that we're going to witness tomorrow, I'm sure of it, I think Ramsdale will be more suited for the game. Although Raya, I've said this again several times, he is a better goalkeeper. But I think, again, Ramsdale does deserve to start. I really do. I think it's about time to give him his Champions League debut. Smith Rowe's an interesting one, but I'm not too sure, considering the fact he's just come back from an injury, a long-term injury as well, and he's getting thrown into that sort of game. So on second thought, maybe it's a safe option to go with your best players. Martinelli's, of course, not going to be there. He's not been in training today. So I think it's going to be Trossard, isn't it, on the left-hand side. I think Arteta will revert back to type when it comes to the front three. I think we will go Saka on the right, Trossard on the left, and then Jesus through the middle. That's what we're going to go with. But I don't know, man. It's one of them games. I always get pumped up for these big games as expected. It's just these sort of games that you're like, oh, that should be winnable, right? Especially to them neutrals. Also got Lens tomorrow. Yeah, that should be winnable. I'm not watching that. But at some point we are going to get these surprises throughout the season. So yeah, I don't know. Of course, last season we lost to PSV away from home in our last European away day. So I think it was our last European away day, wasn't it, against PSV? I mean, Sporting obviously in the knockout stages, but PSV in the group stages was our last. Yeah, PSV was our last European away day though in the group stages.
Yeah.
So this is going to be
it
a
will be
difficult
again
game.
this time.
Yeah, especially when they are in a dogfight at the moment, fighting to claim second place. Because let's be real, our group may be easy on paper, but the other teams are going to be like to themselves, yo, second place is up for grabs here. So, every team we're going to be coming up against in the Champions League, we've got to be professional. We really have to. So,
more easily, definitely.
Yeah. And then Manchester City at the weekend is huge as well. We've got to build on from that Bournemouth victory and then put in a convincing performance. I would take a 2-0 win. Something really solid, compact defensively, and we just score goals. But I've got a feeling Lens will dominate the ball because, of course, we'll have pyros and a lot of that stuff in the stadium, like we did with PSV at our ground. Remember that when they're throwing our seats out of the... Yeah, I do remember that very well. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, but I am confident that we are going to get over the line.
Yeah, fair enough. I do agree, guys. I think I said in my preview, I think it'll be a tough game. I think, yeah, it's going to be very hostile, but I think we get the job done. I really do. And yeah, that's that, guys. That is that. I was going to talk about Man City game, but I think I'm going to save it because I'm going to get you both on for a massive preview again. Do you know how we did the Tottenham one with the combined 11?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that again for Man City and Arsenal. So,
that's going to be interesting.
That should be interesting, yeah. So I wanted to
more interesting than Tottenham, that's for sure.
Oh,
because it was just
9
Arsenal players compared to Tottenham's 2. Or was it 3? I can't remember.
2 or 3.
I think it was 3.
I think it was 3.
Yeah.
I still stand by that today. I still
2
stand by that today. Doesn't matter what's happened in the last week or 2.
So we played them Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
Are you going to game, Seb?
I haven't actually got a ticket for that because I wasn't successful in the ballot, but I'll keep looking and see.
Okay.
It's just this silly ballot just taking the life out of us. It's just terrible.
Yeah. Actually, before we go, thoughts on VAR, guys.
Oh, what
a joke! To run over that.
Look,
go on.
The thing is, why can't people do their jobs properly? What do they look at in that room? It was so obvious that was onside. So obvious. They didn't draw lines. You didn't even need to draw lines to describe that. I'm just like, what do they do? And then yet again coming out with their silly old PGMO apologies.
It's disgraceful.
VAR was meant to be brought into the game to cut out clear and obvious decisions. But all he's just doing is making things worse, and all he's technically doing with that is reffing the game. I'm just like...
Yeah. Also, another thing about forgetting to draw the lines as well.
Well,
right, the guy who does often draw the lines, he's forgotten. I mean, that is awful. All right, you should not be forgetting to do your job, and I can't believe I'm running over that. By the way, right? We were complaining about that back in flipping February.
Yeah, and they're still making the same mistake.
October, right? But the other guys who were in the VAR headquarters, who were supposed to obviously let them know, what an offside is, for instance. Why are they not then telling the guy who often draws the offside lines to then tell him, yo, are you going to draw the lines or not? Who's he with in the VAR headquarters? Harry Kane, Ericsson, and Gareth Bale.
Yeah, probably.
Like, what is this? And also, right, about Man United as well. And yes, I am going to get Man United in this, although it's not necessarily Manchester United fans. It's Tottenham fans as well going, oh, why are you lot talking? Because look at the Garnacho offside. Right, the Garnacho offside was actually done properly because they drew the damn lines.
Exactly.
And he was
People don't
offside.
understand that. People don't understand that.
That
They didn't
one
even draw the
didn't
lines.
draw the frigging lines.
Exactly.
And it was clear as day. Right? And Tottenham needed a flipping own goal to win that flipping football match.
Oh, against 9
Against
men.
not exactly 9
Which
men.
it shouldn't have even been brought down to 9 men in the first place.
Yeah. And then bloody Pedro Porro is celebrating like he's flipping Lionel Messi, holding his shirt up to the Tottenham fans. Like, I mean, are they going to get fined from the FA this time? If we did that, we'll get flipping deported out of the country, for God's sake.
Yeah, for real.
It's just absolute. Nah, I'm sick to death of it. Why can't we just revert back to normal, innit?
Yes,
It's just
it's ruining
always
this
comes down to the
beautiful
referees'
game.
decisions anyway.
Yeah.
The game is just being destroyed by trash like that.
However, at first, the linesman surely had a brilliant view on that. That is a linesman's job, after all. So what on earth is he seeing? Man's bird watching. Oh look, it's the cockerel, whatever, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the view. Like, what is that? Wasn't even paying attention to the game. I don't even know what they call it. You know, that bloody chicken on the basketball. I really don't. What do you even call that freaking Nando's logo? Honestly, it really does piss me off. It really does. And then the second yellow cards as well. Oh my God. I mean, the first one, Jota hardly touches him. So for his own flipping feet.
Yeah.
And he gets a booking. And the second one, yeah, fair enough. But man, honestly, I've been done with Tottenham enough, especially with that North London derby last week, celebrating a freaking point.
Oh.
When we had Jorginho and Havertz in the midfield to finish that game.
Exactly.
I just want them to get humbled so badly because they are nothing, and that
They
proved.
will. They will get found.
They're
They
nothing
will
special.
always get found out. Don't worry. They will always get found out and put that down to their place. They will.
Yeah.
They ain't winning anything, They ain't winning anything anytime soon.
Yeah.
We know we know the story. They couldn't even do it under Potter, the best ever manager. They couldn't even do it under born winners like Mourinho and Conte, who've won things everywhere they go. So you can't expect them to do it under this guy, no matter how good he is. He's just going through a new period, and then they'll get found out and put that down.
And also, they talk about title
and
charges.
we'll see them
as well.
celebrate that.
They talk about title charges as well.
No.
Like, I don't want to remind them, but I swear to God, when they had Jose Mourinho in charge and they beat us 2-0 at their ground, they were all bragging on about title races when we were in a flipping state.
Then they were out of it.
And they finished 7th
later.
in a Conference League spot.
And then they were out of it a few weeks later. That lasted.
Exactly.
And then, like you said, ended 7th in the Conference League spot.
Yeah. That's what they were telling to us last season. When we were 11 games in, they were telling us, oh, you'll be another Tottenham from a couple of seasons back. Title race until October, and then you'll fall off. You'll get a Conference League. So, like, who do they actually think they are?
Behave. Oh, behave.
I can't stand them. I really can't.
No, who can't? That's why they don't. This is why they don't win trophies, and this is why they never get anywhere. Yeah. Because they celebrate stuff. They celebrate stuff like that, and they gas off stuff like this. When the reality is, they're irrelevant. They're small. They're tin pot, and they're not that good.
Seb, do you remember when Henri said celebrating a draw?
Exactly. And then look what we did to your ground. We've celebrated winning a trophy. Something you can only dream. Something they can only dream of doing.
Yeah.
And
100%.
then more of their stars will leave, and then they'll have nothing. Like Kane finally went, Bell went, Modric went, and more will go.
100%.
Son, potentially.
Yeah, he'll be next. Maddison won't last long. Basuma won't last long.
Yeah, 100%, guys. So that's that. Seb, you got any articles coming out soon, mate?
Yes, I've got one this week. I'm talking about the striker situation because that was a big talking point last week. So, and I still think it is a point, despite the fact that we did win 4-0 the weekend. It is still probably possibly a talking point about whether we need to keep going all the way. So, I mentioned 5 strikers that we have been linked with, and that could be on the market very soon. 5 top strikers. So I'm going to be talking about that. And I also want to mention that it's my birthday on Wednesday. So Arsenal.
Happy birthday Wednesday, Seb.
So Arsenal can do me 3 points.
Happy birthday, bro.
Perfect present.
Guys, make sure on Wednesday you all wish Seb a happy birthday, guys, yeah? Go and follow his Instagram, Tallcastle FC. Wish him a happy birthday. This Wednesday, yeah? So literally
Wednesday.
the day after the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Finishes. Come on, Seb. They've got to win for you, man. They got to win.
Yeah, they have to do it.
Yeah.
And an even better late birthday present if we beat Man City as well on that
Oh,
Sunday.
Yeah. Also, an early birthday present as well. Leno keeping a clean sheet tonight against Chelsea.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, big up, man. Rory, what about you, man? You got anything coming up?
Yeah. So our career mode episode has just been uploaded tonight, of course, 7 p.m. as always. Tomorrow, there's going to be another career mode episode. In fact, Arsenal playing tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe Wednesday. And put it this way, an unnamed German goalkeeper pissed me off big time in the next episode. So, yeah, it's something that you would like to watch. But, yeah, a bunch of career mode episodes to come. And as well as the Manchester City game at the weekend. I'm so looking forward to that game. So hopefully, for the first time since 2015, we win at the Emirates against Man City. Or just win against Man City in general. Just haven't beaten them. We've not had... we've just not had any luck against them so far. So, yeah... Career mode episode, of course, is out today. In fact, I don't even know how many views it's got so far.
Hold on.
It's got
2015 was the last time we beat Man City at the Emirates.
2015, yeah. And
Was that the 2-1 game when it won that blue kit?
Yeah. And then we've not picked up a single point against them since April 2017.
Well, no, in fact, we have picked up a point.
Have we never beat Pep in the Premier League then?
Not in the Premier League, we haven't, but in the FA Cup we have twice, but not in the Premier League. We've only picked up 2 points against him, 1 point against him in the Premier League, which was in his first season.
Yeah, I was going to say we have picked up a point.
And this is our longest ever losing run against a single team in Premier League history. We have never gone that long without beating.
I was about to say, because since that 2015-16 season, we have actually picked up 1 point against Man City, and that was when we drew 2-2, wasn't it? The season after. So
first full season.
That wasn't great either. So yeah.
There we go, guys. So the big preview to that will be Friday. Hopefully both of you will be free for that, and we'll also line up a City fan hopefully as well. So yeah, should be a good one. We'll do a combined 11 again. We'll do build up to the game. And yeah, obviously, guys, tomorrow is match day. You've got watch along coming on my channel. Match reaction, player ratings, calling show, all that stuff. And yeah, guys, thanks everyone who tuned in as always. hit like button, sub if you're new, as I always say, and we're out of here. Come on, the Gunners.
Come on, you Reds.
Come on, you
Ciao,
Gunners.
guys.